So the first thing we're going to talk about in this review is going to be the amount of weapons that HomeFront has. So the amount of weapons HomeFront has is going to be a pistol, submachine gun, pneumatic pistol, a crossbow, assault rifle, pump action shotgun, battle rifle, and rocket launcher. I do know for a fact that a flamethrower does get added at some point in this game, so there's another item, but I can't think of it right now. So the main thing about these is, as you can tell, and as I've told from multiplayer, is that there are only 13 primary and 3 secondary weapons, if you count a rocket launcher as a primary weapon, which I do not. So my biggest gripe about the weapon system in this game is, later I'll show you a clip from a firefight, but the guns are rather realistic. They have a nice feel to them. They aim good. They're overall nice. When you hold down on the move button for a sniper, you can steady the aim and everything like that. It's rather nice. The problem I have with this is there's only 13 primaries and 3 secondaries. Now, I understand that this game is coming from a North Korea took over, there wouldn't be as many weapons everywhere and everything, but I really feel like the developers kind of just took the stance on, hey, you found these weapons, that's all you get, go away. But I feel like they could have easily done more, just weapon caches from the KPA, so weapon caches from the North Koreans. Just steal their weapons. They have assault rifles, they have a ton of weapons. Why couldn't we steal their weapons and get you to use their weapons, which we can't? Which is a little annoying to me. I understand that this is after everything happens, but there's no reason we can't steal weapons or anything like that. And I think if they would have added in stealing weapons, it would have gave a bigger arsenal to the game, and I don't think it would be hated on as much with the small amount of weapons, at least by me. I feel like they didn't spend enough time focusing on weapons as they definitely should have, and they definitely could have. There are a total of 14 different gear mods for single player, which is honestly pathetic. I'm hoping that when you get further into the game, this is just an hour game of playthrough, I'm hoping that once you get past that hour, there's more gear that unlocks, there's more weapons, like a ton more weapons that unlock. But from playing multiplayer, which you see at the later on in this video, there are a shit ton of gear, which I'm really hyped about, in multiplayer. Single player, I've played an hour through and still haven't found anything, so I can't comment on single player yet for gear. But I feel like even just the stock gear they have at the beginning, it goes from $500 for knee pads to $5,000 for vests, so there is a climbing up cycle in the game. But I feel like it just doesn't hit home for me. Like, even if there was so many more gear, I wish that the game would explain this more. They kind of just throw you into this weapon area and gear area to buy stuff and just say buy this, and that's it. They don't explain how the weapons work. They don't explain how this works, how that works. They just don't do a very good job explaining overall goal progression single player. Like in most games, it's very lacking for that aspect of HomeFront. I thought it was pretty cool how you can change from a pistol to a SMG with the same gun and just do a conversion like what's going to be shown here. Now we're going to talk about gunfights really fast. This is the first gunfight of the game. You get 120 ammo, and I was already through ammo within 20 seconds. And I only killed like 10 enemies. So having low ammo caches definitely is a hindrance in this game, so do not expect a lot of ammo anywhere throughout this game. Next, everyone's probably wondering why I'm at this loading screen. So as everybody knows, I'm a Twitch streamer, I do YouTube and everything like that. So any type of like lull time isn't necessarily a good thing. I sat at this loading screen for 2 minutes and 10 seconds altogether. I'm going to talk about my favorite part of this game. So this is the beginning, and we'll go through that. Oh, there's our first lag. Not a big deal. Now we're trying to talk with him and do stuff. Oh, there's another lag. Well, fuck, I guess we're just gonna sit here, right? Okay, building this. Building good, building good. Oh, there we go. Let's just sit there and wait 2 seconds, you know? Not a big deal. It's good. Okay, we're searching bodies. There's dialogue. Nope. we're fucking done searching. But okay, fuck you, game. Let's just keep going. Bounties? Nope. We don't get that fucking bounty even. Nice. Okay. Cool. Oh, we don't fucking lag again. Nice. See, this is what a quality game does. It lags you out so that you just get pissed. There we go again. See, the problem with this game is in less than an hour, I have 15 different lag/FPS spots in this game that drop FPS, freeze me, or just stop working, and you think your Xbox crashed. Here's another one. The star stops working. The star stops moving. What the fuck? Here we go. There's 20 enemies in here. Let's just freeze mid-combat and get stuck getting fucking shot in a frozen scenario. That is a good fucking game, guys. Multiplayer looks like it's rather refined, clean, looks really good. So don't go to character setup. We're going to go to gear and clothing, okay? There are 30 plus helmets just for armor and stuff. Vanity, more vanity. Same for torso. Same for arms, there's about 20. Some watches. Legs, there's about 30, plus some boots to make you look fancy, and some armor, which is vanity only. So it has a rather nice gear and clothing. They all do different stuff and everything like that. Different ammo capacities, different this, different that. Then we go to weapons. So these are primary weapons. There's a total of 13 primary weapons in this game. There's a total of 3 sidearms in this game. Now, why did I pause when I said that? There is probably about 100 to 120 different clothing/gearing options inside of this game. There is only a total of 13 weapons inside of multiplayer. Now a lot of people are asking me, why is that such a big deal? Why do I get to choose between 30 plus helmets, a shit ton of sunglasses and masks, and some neckwear, when you're only giving me 13 weapons? I don't know about you guys, but I play shooters for weapons, weapon customizations, and everything like that. The gear's nice too, but gear isn't particularly what I go for. So the fact that they put in over 100 plus gearing and clothing combinations easily, and they only put in 13 primaries and 3 secondaries, really makes me lack the understanding of why weapons weren't more of a reasoning behind this game. Now, a lot of you may say, this is after North Korea takes over, there's not as many weapons or stuff. Why can't I find hundreds of pieces of gear and clothing when I can't find a random weapon laying around or kill one of the officers and take one of their weapons? Like, there's weapon caches that you should be able to take over from the KPA. How do you get gear? You can take it from them. Like, I don't understand the lack of weapons inside of this game. Now, that's not saying they may not add weapons later. They may. But the fact that they launched this game with 13 primaries, and actually, the others are RPGs, so that's not a primary. So 12 primaries and 3 secondaries is rather pathetic, to be honest. This does not get explained to you when you make your character. So when I made my character, it said that I got to pick between these, and it would be the same for the game. It didn't say that I was going to be stuck to one tree only, and I'm just going to be stuck here for the rest of the game. Did not explain that, which is very infuriating, to be honest. What is a homebrew weapon? They do not explain what the homebrew weapon class is, which is a little annoying. Everybody thinks it's going to be crossbows, but no one knows for sure, so that gets a little irritating. This is how the gear progression, weapon progression system works. As you play the missions, you get XP and you get money. Now, there's no way to tell how much XP you need for your next level that any of me, my friends, or anybody I've found online can find out. It just says you're level 1 and that's it, which is great. Who needs to know what level they are, right? Fuck level. So now we're done go to gear. Since apparently we're level 1 always, because there's no actual level progression system that we can find in the game. So what I'm going to gear. So this is the standard gear progression: recruit, grunt, veteran. So this is going to be for completing easy to normal gear set. This is going to be for normal gear set. This is going to be for the hard gear set. Rather easy, 3 grand is about 2, is like 3 easy missions. So 50-50. And they can all contain vanity items or consumables too. So you get 1 gear item. You get a gear item, which is amazing. And then you get vanity and consumables otherwise. But I don't understand why they have that, considering there's a consumable crate and a vanity crate right there. Now, why aren't they just giving us pure contents of gear here? Why do we have the possibility of getting contents is gear item, or the possible contents of vanity and consumable? We don't need possible. We can buy those right here. If you're listening, Homefront, we can buy these right here. Don't put them in the crates. We can buy them right here. It's okay, man. It's okay. Second off is attachments. $1,000 for attachment, which, mind you, can get you a consumable or a GTK blueprint. So you don't get attachments, but you may get more. Okay, it's all good. I mean, I kind of figured that like GTK, since they're explosives, would be tied with weapons. Oh, they are. They're not. See, there we go. GTK blueprints. Nice. Oh, look, both of these have consumables too. So the only difference is one has a weapon and one has an attachment. Some good quality differences. Overall, with the buying systems from what you get and everything, it doesn't impress me. The gear crates should not have vanity or consumables. Considering there's a vanity and consumables crate right here, you can just spend your money on it. So my overall thought about multiplayer is it's really nice. I like how they did it. I was hoping that there would be more than just 6 missions. I was hoping like 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, 10 plus missions, I think I would have been fine. 6 seems really light. The amount of money it takes to buy all this stuff is kind of ridiculous. I'm going to have to do like probably about 10 normal easy missions just to get a full set of recruit items even. Which is a little annoying because that means I'll repeat the missions, at least 4 of the missions, once. So, they didn't do a very good job with the multiplayer for how it's set up. Once you get into the multiplayer of this game, it's rather fun. You do lack ammo in this game really bad. I think the ammo capacity barricade they put on you, which I talked about earlier, really affects multiplayer quite a bit too. But overall, it's a fun multiplayer experience, period. I loved it. I played with my brother. You could go sneaky, we could go stealthy, we could just ram our faces in there and destroy everything. It was a really nice collage of everything together. So overall, I would definitely rate multiplayer. I would give multiplayer a solid 6 out of 10. The reason why it's losing 4 points is just the pure amount of vanity / gearing items compared to the amount of weapons. There's just no proportionate amount. You have 100 plus different gearing and clothing, and you have 12 weapons for primary, and then 3 secondary. So you have a total of 15 weapons in the game, plus the RPG, which isn't considered a primary weapon in my mind or in most people's minds. So you're taking 15 weapons with their attachments and everything, and throwing that against 100 plus gear and clothing. I would say there's probably about 150 altogether if you get down and count it. So that's why it's losing 4 points, is just the amount of clothing and gearing gives it easily 2 points, but the lack of weapons, and I just think forethought of this is a weapons game, really destroyed the multiplayer, period. What do I think of HomeFront? I don't think HomeFront is a $60 game. Everything I've played on it, everything I've done, everything I've seen, maybe a $30 game. It's still, the single player still almost feels like it's in beta format for how shitty, laggy, FPS droppy that actually is. And just the lack of thinking about ammo capacity in the game just pisses me off, especially in this game. Overall, I'm going to give the game 5 out of 10 stars like IGN and most places are. It's a good take on it. The story mode's 50-50. Multiplayer is really fun, but it just completely lacks the feel of multiplayer and completely lacks mission. There's only 6 missions. So overall, with the piss poor amount of guns that were included in this game, the shit ton of armor, gearing, and clothing mods that were included in multiplayer, and just the overall lagginess and just non-fluidness of this game gives it a 5 out of 10, and I think that's being generous.